All right, so Airbnb is banning the use of indoor cameras. Okay, they're banning the use of indoor security cameras, and this will be nationwide. This will impact every Airbnb user across the states. Doesn't matter where you are, you will no longer legally be allowed to have indoor cameras in your Airbnb residence. Now, I'm going to explain the ways that this affects both parties, right? In both a positive and negative light. Because previously we have had stories, and I've read stories and news articles about people buying or renting out an Airbnb. They go there and then they discover a hidden camera somewhere. People have actually discovered hidden cameras in bathrooms, in showers, in the commode. They have found cameras in all the places that they should not be, because you've got some perverted people out here. And I think it's important to highlight that before we read this article and get into why cameras are being banned for Airbnbs across every single state in the U.S. Let's read this article before we continue. Airbnb bans the use of indoor security cameras in rentals. If you're still concerned about your privacy, there are some things that you can do to detect cameras. Airbnb is banning the use of indoor security cameras at its rentals worldwide as of April 30th. The company said this week, citing the privacy of its guests. Under its old policy, Airbnb hosts could place cameras in common areas of listings, such as hallways and living rooms, as long as they were disclosed on the listing page before booking, clearly visible, and were not located in spaces like sleeping areas and bathrooms. The company said in a Monday blog post announcing the change. Airbnb says it's made the decision to change its camera policy based on conversations with users as well as privacy experts and advocacy groups. It added that most Airbnb locations don't have indoor security cameras according to their listings, so the company expects only a small number of properties to be affected. Listed hotels are still permitted to have cameras that monitor indoor common spaces like lobbies, hallways, and restaurants, though Airbnb is better known for home and apartment rentals. The service also includes boutique hotels. And as has been reported previously, there have been cases of Airbnb renters finding undisclosed cameras while staying at properties. Even in one Toronto case, a video camera hidden in a clock pointed at the bed. The company was also in the news a month ago over a lawsuit involving an Airbnb host who allegedly took a security photo of a married guest and sent it to the guest's wife. In 2019, another episode involved a New Zealand family discovering hidden cameras in their Irish rental after performing a Wi-Fi network scan. Renters have a few ways to detect surveillance cameras in Airbnbs, apart from simply asking the owner if they have any cameras. CNET suggests using the camera on your phone to try to find hidden cameras. It can pick up infrared light that some surveillance cameras use for night vision, and if you're particularly worried, you may want to invest in a radio frequency detector, which can scan the room to find any devices transmitting radio signals. It'll light up or beep if it detects one. Airbnb is reviving its policy on outdoor cameras too. Hosts will have to disclose outdoor cameras, doorbell cameras, and noise decibel monitor listings, and those will be restricted. No outdoor cameras, for instance, will be allowed around outdoor showers or saunas. Last year, Airbnb made a policy change unrelated to surveillance cameras. The company began restricting or banning accounts of some users who were likely to travel with people who had already been banned from the platform for safety reasons. So this affects Airbnb owners in multiple ways. For one, it decreases the security or the amount of security that you can have to cover your own ass and to cover your business, right? Because now you are no longer allowed to have cameras on the inside, so you're not really allowed to see what's going on. So in the event that someone damages something, or in the event that something is broken, or there are some guidelines or rules that is broken, it is going to be much more difficult to prove that now going forward in the event that you have to take that person or take those people that have rented out your space to court. How do you prove it now? Without the use of cameras on the inside, how do you prove that anything happened? Right? So that's going to affect them in a negative way right there, right? Now, the personal safety of renters is, of course, of the utmost concern. I can understand why they are putting this ban into effect. I get it. There are some perverts out here, y'all. There are some people that are absolutely preying on their renters, praying that they get some type of view that they can take pictures of, keep it in a personal collection. Y'all know how it goes out here. They just said they had a case that actually went to trial where someone took pictures and photos of a spouse and then sent it to that person's other half. I'm assuming it was in some type of provocative situation where they were probably messing around or something, and then now all of a sudden you're caught up in litigation because you decided to break that person's or deny that person's privacy, right? So going forward, I think Airbnb may see a increase in people feeling safer, right? But I don't know, man. Airbnb is tricky, right? It's the bus. You get the best. People generally rent out Airbnbs. For one, it's more spacious. You get more space for your buck, right? And they typically rent it out because it's more of a communal thing, right? So if I got 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people that want to go, and it's much cheaper for us to go rent out an Airbnb than it is for us all to get separate hotel rooms. So it's a convenience thing, right? So I think that you might see a spike in the Airbnb rentals as far as consumers go, because now they're going to feel a lot more comfortable going to these spaces and renting out Airbnb spots to sleep for the night, knowing that cameras are banned.
What should have been a fun weekend away to celebrate Jamie Gladman's birthday quickly took a dark turn.
It was a weird way to ring in my 30s and my 30th birthday.
Gladman booked an Airbnb in Sechelt for mid-March. One day into the stay, one of her friends felt the need to check for cameras.
She had just watched a video, I think the day before, kind of talking about hidden cameras and how small they are and how they can be found anywhere, like in a shower head, in an outlet.
Following her instincts, that night she checked the entire house, including the bathroom.
I'm gonna film you guys right now.
Her friends watched and recorded as she unscrewed the cover of an electrical outlet that wasn't working. Upon closer inspection,
It does look like a small lens, honestly.
the group found what they believed to be a tiny video camera, the lens pointing directly at the shower.
We were just kind of in shock and didn't want to believe it. We didn't know what to do. It's the middle of nowhere, middle of the night. What are we supposed to do?
The group checked out the next morning and reported it to police. Airbnb confirms the listing has been suspended for now, saying we ban hidden cameras and previously refunded the guest as we investigate this allegation.
We just found out we were being watched in our Airbnb.
Caldwell posted a video about the ordeal on TikTok. It's gone viral with more than 6 million views.
So many people are saying now they're going to look out for this sort of thing and be more careful, which I'm glad I could help spread the word about that.
Global News contacted the Sunshine Coast RCMP for details, but no one was available for comment. Mounties did confirm with local media they are investigating a report of cameras at a short-term rental.
So the moral of the story is always check your outlets for cameras at your Airbnb.
Meanwhile, Caldwell has contacted a lawyer to see what legal action can be taken against whoever's behind the camera. Travis Prasad, Global News.
Yeah, see now, who wants to deal with that, right? Nobody wants to go somewhere and you're vulnerable. You're very vulnerable. You're in the bathroom. You're taking care of your business. You're doing whatever in there, and then you find out that the entire time you've been peeped on. And somebody can do whatever they want to with that footage. They can go upload it somewhere. They can, spread it out. They can actually try to monetize from it and sell it to other perverts. So it's an issue that was definitely going to be addressed either way at some point. And so they're doing it now. By April 30th, all Airbnbs will be restricted from having any indoor cameras whatsoever. Now, does that mean that Airbnbs, all Airbnbs that are listed will follow suit. I don't think so. I think there's still going to be perverts out here. A pervert is a pervert, and they're going to find a way to break the law, right? They're going to find a way to get what it is that they want, unfortunately. So I don't think there is a 100 proof way to defend against this, unfortunately. Only thing I can say is go get a hotel. But, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in the next video.